So we're now going to try some controlled breathing exercises, and for this we're going to inhale every time through our nose. You might want to find a comfortable place to sit because sometimes when you're doing some breathing cycles you can get a little bit dizzy. So I recommend you sit with a hard back chair, or if you're a bit of a yogi you can sit cross-legged on the carpet. I'm actually just sat with my back supported by my bed rest here. When we breathe, it's a cycle of rise, relax and rest. So there seems to be a natural pause between in the inhales after you exhale. So just breathe in a few cycles and have a feel for your sort of pattern. You don't need to follow me for this. Just take a few minutes, maybe away from this video. Breathe in through your nose and exhale through your mouth, and then just allow that natural rest to happen. Great. Now, there's not naturally a pause at the top after the rise, but what we're going to do in controlled breathing is sort of artificially put a pause in there. I'm going to start with an energizer, and I really love this exercise. If you do 2 or 3 rounds of this before every practice, you'll feel so much better. So you just suck as much air as you can into your lungs through your nose. Hold your breath for as long as you can. But just before you exhale again, I want you to try and take a little bit more breath into the lungs to try and inflate them as far as they go. So here goes. So I'm now going to do some box breathing. As the name suggests, you breathe in and out and hold at the top and the bottom of the breath for the same length of time. Probably to help us all, I've got a little other phone on this here where you can't really see it, but there's an online metronome. So if you want some help with your counting, you pop a metronome on. I'm on 90 beats per minute on this one. Hopefully you can hear it. And I'm just going to breathe in for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, hold for 4. And just repeat these cycles, and you might like to just close your eyes while you do it. One more. So on and so forth. Now obviously you don't need the metronome, you can do that in your own time, but that was to help you join in with me there. Now the last exercise I'm going to do in this section is about trying to increase the length of time that we can control our breath going outwards. And we're going to sing a little note in this one. I like to do this in some of my workshops and imagine an invisible laser gun going me, 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 me at each other, and have a face off with other people to see whose laser gun can last the longest. So really all we're wanting to do is take a really deep breath and then hold that note for as long as possible until the breath runs out. And you might not be able to do it for very long to begin with, but the more you practice this, the longer that breath's going to last. So here goes. Me 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 Not very long today. Good exercise for the lips as well. So that's a nice fun one to practice and maybe compete with other people on as well. That concludes my controlled breathing section.